Hi guys, my name is Daniel and this is my YouTube channel. Join me in discussing and analyzing the fundamentals of crypto projects. I do have a disclaimer to make. I am not a financial advisor and this video isn't meant to make you buy, hodl or sell your coins. I will analyze the fundamentals of crypto projects, but you should always do your own research. What is Solana? Solana is a public blockchain with smart contracts functionality. Anatoly Yakovenko presented Solana's white paper on November 2017, and on 16 March 2020 Solana's Genesis block was created. Anatoly teamed up with Greg Fitzgerald and three others to build the Solana blockchain using Rust as a programming language. The project was initially called Loom, but later changed to Solana as an homage to the Solana beach where the founders used to surf, so that it won't be mistaken for Loom Network, which is an Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution. White paper. Solana runs on a consensus mechanism of proof of stake and an innovative proof of history, which ensures the blockchain speed since the nodes don't need to communicate with each other to validate transactions. According to the white paper, each node can randomly become a leader with the others being verifiers. In the white paper, Anatoly Yakovenko proposed the possibility of 700,000 transactions per second with 1 GB per network. That's fast. Can it do it though? Stick with me to find out. Tokenomics. There are currently 535 million tokens, with 363 million circulating and 171 million non-circulating supply. The economic model Solana proposes is meant to reward stakers who by locking their tokens secure the blockchain. The inflation schedule of Solana has an initial inflation rate of 8%, followed by a disinflation rate of -15%, ending with a long-term inflation rate of 1.5%. These are the upper limits parameters of the inflation schedule without accounting for unforeseen factors such as fee or rent burning, slashing, or other destructive events. As you can see, the annual inflation decreases linearly for the first 10 years as the total supply increases. We can see that after 10 years, in 2030, there will be roughly 725 million SOL tokens. Staking can be done on centralized exchanges or through custodial wallets. In light of the recent FTX collapse, I encourage everyone to keep their tokens in custodial wallets and stake through them to minimize the risk. Staking through your wallet implies no risk of losing the tokens since it's done through non-custodial delegating. The tokens don't leave your wallet and help decentralize and secure the network. Popular cold Solana wallets are Phantom, Solflare, XDeFi, Mat Wallet, and others. You can also use cold wallets like Ledger Nano X and Nano S. Keep in mind that cold wallets are the best for holding your tokens with minimum risk of losing them. Holders. In terms of whales, SOL token distribution seems pretty even, with only 2 wallets having more than 1% of the supply, according to coincarp.com. The first 100 wallets own a third of all SOL tokens. Of these 3 wallets, the first one seems to belong to Binance, and the second one is unknown and has all its tokens delegated. Team and backers. Solana's co-founders are Anatoly Yakovenko, Greg Fitzgerald, Raj Gokal, Eric Williams, and Rob Oshima. They are public faces, which gives transparency to the project. Solana Labs is the company that develops Solana's blockchain. Solana Foundation is a non-profit organization that helps fund ongoing development. The executive directors are Lily Liu, Daniel Albert, and Matthew Window. Lily Liu seems to be active on Twitter. She presents herself as president of Solana Foundation, a contributor to Osmosis, a DeFi protocol built on Cosmos blockchain, and a co-founder at Anagram XIZ. Anagram XIZ is a digital assets holding company. As we can see on Messari.io, several organizations invested in Solana, with Alameda Research being indeed one of the many others. More about Alameda Research, FTX, and Solana later. Roadmap. There has yet to be a clear direction about Solana. No roadmap is listed on any of their websites or in the white paper. It seems that they used to have one but managed to fail all of the checkpoints. Maybe that's why they didn't release an actualized roadmap. Ecosystem. The network had no downtimes during the recent FTX events and is running as usual. It currently processes 4,340 transactions per second, which accounts for more than 60% of the blockchain power, with over 120 billion transactions processed so far. The number of active wallets has decreased since Solana's inception, which correlates to our bear market now. We can see that the number of active wallets spiked during the last bull market. We find the same situation with the new number of SPL tokens, decentralized apps, NFTs and games. Popular DeFi dApps ranked by the last 7-day volumes are Orca, Raidium, and Lifinity. In terms of total value locked, Raidium leads, followed by Orca. The most popular NFT platform on Solana is Magic Eden. NFTs are also in a bear market now, and as seen on dappradar.com, the number of unique active wallets is decreasing. However, the number of transactions and volume is increasing. Gaming on Solana is very popular since the blockchain is fast and cheap, but this also means it will attract scams. As usual, make sure to do your own research when researching gaming projects. Google Node. One of the biggest pieces of news about Solana in 2022 dropped on Twitter on 5th November, when Google Cloud announced it would run a node on Solana and that it would facilitate running a node on Solana for its clients starting next year. Another news from Google Cloud was that they would also start accepting crypto payments. Community. Solana has an active community with over 2 million Twitter users, over 35,000 YouTube subscribers where they are very active, and a presence on most social media platforms. The sentiment is down after the FTX collapse, and it sure is a lot of gloom and doom, but it's nothing that the crypto space hasn't experienced before. The trial of time. Solana is still in its early phases compared to Ethereum, is in its first market cycle, and we will have to wait to see if it proves itself. There is an advantage it has since the blockchain was stress tested, and even though there were a few incidents with it being shut down, it still showed it could handle a high number of transactions. Solana and FTX and Alameda Research. The most anticipated subject is the relationship between Solana, FTX, and Alameda Research. An article on Solana.com revealed that Solana Foundation had $1 million in FTX at the time of the collapse, which is equivalent to less than 1% of their asset, and that the impact of FTX bankruptcy is negligible. Here is a breakdown of Solana's foundation holdings on FTX at the moment of the bankruptcy. Also, this is the SOL balance bought by FTX from Solana Foundation. We can know how much SOL is blocked on FTX, but we can see that they bought 50 million SOL in 3 transactions. Most of the SOL had a linear monthly unlock until 2028. From the Mt. Gox example, we know that these bankruptcies take time and it will be years until the SOL blocked in FTX will be back in the markets. In conclusion, nothing has changed to Solana as a blockchain so far regarding the FTX incident. Solana Phone. Solana presented this year a mobile phone called Saga as an innovation. Saga will give owners access to the world of Solana decentralized apps. Trading tokens and NFTs, gaming on Solana, and interacting with decentralized apps anytime will be available for the holders. You can pre-order the phone with a refundable deposit of 100 USDC. The phone is estimated to start shipping in 2023, and the final purchase price will be $1,000. Specs for the Saga phone include a 6 inches OLED display with 512GB storage and 12GB of RAM. The phone will have a 50 megapixels main camera, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide dual camera, and a 16 megapixel selfie camera. For people interested in finding out more, access solanamobile.com hardware. Conclusions. Solana gets a thumbs up for its tokenomics, where it has a burning mechanism in place, and although it has inflation, it's under a strict schedule. The Terra Luna disaster warns us that things can always change when we don't have a max cap on the number of tokens. The team is public, which gives confidence to the project. The number of holders is big enough to ensure somehow fairly decentralization. It has a big community, and overall the ecosystem hasn't changed. On the downside, Solana has no roadmap, few backers left, and from what they stated, somewhere around $100 and $200 million to get them to the bear market. It's Solana's first market cycle and first bear market, and at the end of it, we will see if it's a project that can stand on its own feet or not. Another downside is that it has lots of competition from older projects like Atom, DOT, and Multiverse 6, but new ones as well from the so-called Solana killers, Aptos or Sui. Make sure to always do your own research and remember that Solana implies a fair risk investing in it. That's all guys, thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next week.